Hello Franklin, this is my video to you. I won't have this high quality video editing like you do. So let's begin. The reason why I'm recording this is because you asked what are your I forgot the name of this color scheme. Right. So what are your workflows on how do you manage makeprg? And I am actually a huge fan of makeprg, and I don't know, but maybe I'm the most fan out of the fans that exist out there for the makeprg. And the reason, because my language doesn't support LSP and I don't really like LSP anyways, so I don't use them, but I do use makeprg a lot. And the problem with makeprg is that it's pretty specific per project. So I wanna show you my setup a little bit. For example, I'll show you my NDA, right? And I have this project. Oh, actually, I can show you another project which is not NDA, right? I write in Kotlin or JVM in general. It's always Gradle. I don't know if you are familiar with that, but it never had a good tooling outside of IntelliJ, which I don't use anymore for a variety of reasons. So what I do here is I have this build.gradle KTS, and if I wanna build something, I can call Gradle build. The problem is that I have a lot of different tasks per. Oh, something failed. Okay, so yeah, I have a lot of different tasks per different project, because sometimes you just wanna build, right? Gradle build. Sometimes you wanna, let me say, you want to test or just assemble. There is the difference. There are a lot of differences, don't mind. But the problem is that I don't want to type it every time I work in some specific project. So I want to make my defaults, and the way I do it, I don't know if that's the perfect way, but I found it very convenient for me. I just create this little nvim directory, which is in my global git ignore. So my projects never index them, and I never have to worry about them getting to git, right? But I have this .nvim directory. By the way, users of IDEs or VS, you know what I meant. So they should also add their editor specific folders to git ignore, but that's a topic for another video, right? So I have this .nvim directory, and here is init.lo that is specifically made for this project, right? What do I want to do in this project? I have pretty minimal setup, right? I know how to get all the plugins like that. Nah, not like that. That's a Lua. Nothing is printed, but I believe if I call winpack update, it will show everything, right? So okay, I have 1, 2 dependency, 3, 4, 5. That's completely optional to take my time. So I have 5 plugins. This one is invisible, no UI, no anything, right? So I have only 5 plugins, and I have these setups per project, and those projects dot something is part of my .nvim config, right? I can go to config nvim Lua projects, and here is everything, right? But this one is per project, so I have features for some stuff that I don't want to build for every project. I don't want to build this nvim page create user command. I don't want to build these error formatters for Gradle for every single time for every project. So I made them into different modules, but this setup itself is actually up to project. And what I do here is I attach some terminal, I say which task to run. Like I want to run this JVM run, whatever it is. I want to then go to oil, right? I want to CD to this project, and I want to create some user commands, right? And clean after myself. So how I use Vim is, imagine I'm on this empty page and I want to go to my project. Usually I would go projects, programming, then project name, or then project name, and here we are. Someone's calling me, but I'm gonna ignore him. But I actually want to see who is it. Okay, I'll answer later. So, and instead of doing that, now what I do is I do source this same path that was before, and now I just hit this arrow up, and it works like a charm because I already used that path, so it works out of the box, and I have to type this once, and then I just can push this arrow up and it will autocomplete to the init.lua file. After that, it opens still this oil thing, but now with pre-set up terminal, but it's not very convenient to use terminal to build my stuff. So of course I have this gradle.make, which setups this error format for me. So what can I do is I can go to config nvm lua projects gradle. I missed it, and then here is where I set up everything. This is file format. Ignore some known stuff. This is makeprg, which is basically what I passed to this thing, and now I can call compile and it will compile my project, and actually there is no errors because I already know it was running. I can also format this same stuff, the same thing. It's also a Gradle task, but this is project specific because not every project has this formatter. Some projects can have another formatters, and in JVM ecosystem this is how it works. So I do these kind of files, and the neat thing about them is when I leave this tab, I don't see compile command anymore. There is no command starting with C, and I don't see this format command. But when I source another project, or maybe even the same, but I will source another project, hit arrow up, I have its own compile, and this one calls assemble quiet. That's what -q stands for, and this is a much bigger project. It's my work project, so NDA is going on here, and basically it will compile for a little bit more time than the project before, and I'm talking this shit just to, oh fine, could not close incremental caches. So it's basically not my fault but compiler's fault, but I don't care. Let me leave this thing. So right, I can call compile here, but this compile, this also calls assemble. What a pity. But sometimes different projects call different tasks, and you can work with that. You can basically, that's pretty convenient for me. So you wanted to know some other people's use cases, and here is mine. That's how I use Vim. I found it very convenient that I can do some configuration per project without XRC, because I don't want to XRC. With XRC I just can't launch the same tab and do some stuff here. I can't do this with XRC. I mean, if I source it as well, I could do that, but what's the point? So I do this with these little Lua files and autocomplete, and I try to contribute to NeoVim to support the page create user comment out of the box, because apparently you can call nvim buff create user comment, you can call just create user comment, but you can't call nvim tab page create user comment, even though there are a lot of different tab page functions. So I want to contribute it to Vim, and I'm in progress, work in progress, but that's how it works for now. So thank you for your attention. If you watch it, write your thoughts in some kind of reply. I don't know.